So when you're feeling scattered or feeling disoriented, this would be more of a hallway transition, a transitional mindful movement. So what I'd like you to do is all stand up next to your desk or your chair. Now, in mindful movement, you want to be mindful of everything around you. So as you step different ways, notice the people around you, the desk around you, anything that might be around you, and keep yourself safe. So plant your feet firmly into the ground. Feel the four corners of your feet. Feel like you feel the earth underneath you. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Reach your hands up overhead, stretching all the way up to the ceiling. Turn your gaze to the ceiling and open your elbows up slightly, as if you were making goalpost or cactus arms. Looking up at the ceiling, arching your back slightly, keeping your feet firmly grounded into the earth, into the floor. Reach your hands back up overhead. Now, at any time, if your arms start to feel tired or that's just not in what works for you, you can bring your arms down in front or even have your hands on your hips. Bring your feet together so that the toes touch, the inner parts of your feet touch. And now sit down as if you were sitting into a chair. Look down and see if you can see your toes. If you start to feel uneasy or off balance, just rise up a little bit. Let your hips go back towards the back of the wall. Let your chest open up. Draw back up all the way to standing, hands to the ceiling. Inhale in and look up at the sky, or at the ceiling, and reach all the way down to the floor in a bend, a forward bend. Noticing again your neighbors, maybe adjusting a little bit if something that feels not right. Bend your knees as much as possible. Let your hands come to your feet. Now here, take a quick gaze back so you see where your neighbor is. And come back to center. And step your right foot back behind you so your left foot is in front of the right. Your hands are still down by your feet. Then keeping that distance with your feet, bring your hands back up towards the ceiling. Now once you're here, just adjust, maybe widening your stance a little bit. The left comes a little bit more further in front than the right. If you feel off balance, make it wider this way as well. Arms can still be up overhead or they can come down to your hips, whichever feels more comfortable. From this, take your right hand forward, right out in front of you, and bring your left hand behind you, straight out behind you, and turn towards your left side. Keeping your hips, keeping everything facing forward except for your gaze and your chest. Bring your hands back up overhead. Step both feet together. Sit down into your air chair. Take a breath here. Notice if you're on your balls of your feet or on your heels, kind of flatten your feet out. Then step your left foot back this time in your low lunge. Good. Raise your hands up, keeping your feet that width apart. Maybe stepping the back foot back a little bit more. This time dropping the left arm down in front of you, the right hand back behind you, noticing your neighbor, and turning towards that side for your vertical twist. Bring your hands back up in front and overhead. Bring both feet touching. Gaze up at the sky, at the ceiling, and reach down towards the floor. in your forward bend. Tuck your chin and roll up to standing. This time, put all of your weight on your right foot. Step your left foot back behind you. Let that left foot turn out so the foot is perpendicular, toes pointing out. Turn and face forward, and then open up to the side. Let your arms come up to either side. Turn the front palm over, the right hand over, and reach the right hand up to the ceiling and the left hand down the back leg. Step back up in front, feet together, to standing. Step your right foot back this time behind you. Turn the back toes out so they're perpendicular. Turn and face the front, and then open up to the side, opening your arms out to front and back. Step back up to standing. Let your arms come all the way, reaching towards the ceiling. And then forward bending down, let your hands come all the way to your feet. Tuck your chin under and roll up to standing. Close your eyes. Take a moment